In the last video, I was talking about the dimensions of quality assurance and web development. This is all based information from a book by Ethan Brown about web development with Node.js and Express. If you want to learn more about this topic, make sure to check out this book, Ethan Brown, Web Development with Node.js and Express. Very, very interesting piece of literature. Um, why is it worth to read this book? Because, okay, you can use ChatGPT or Copilot for coding. This is no problem. But you need, as an engineer, as a developer, you constantly need new ideas. So in order to enlarge your horizon, you need to be reading books from more experienced engineers because they will give you concepts that you haven't been knowing about. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot ask AI about stuff I don't know about. Like, when I wouldn't know there is testing in software, I couldn't ask AI for it and I would never do it. But because I read books like this, I know that there are the concepts. Of course, I will never understand them only by reading it, but within the years, within the months, you will get better and better, and your prompts will get more accurate. And yeah, only by, enlarging your horizon, you are capable of, yeah, being more complete, I would say. Sorry about this weird monologue. So now we will continue with our quality assurance testing techniques. So the first would be just the simple page testing. So you want to look at the front end behavior of your page, your first page. So you can do unit tests, test each function separately, or test whole systems as it is. There are a lot of tools to help you with that. Then there is cross-page testing. So if you have a web service that gives you uh, more pages, then you need to test them and like how they interact with each other. Um, yeah, how the multiple components are working together. There are also a lot of tools for Node.js to help you with that. Logic testing. So yeah, this is kind of independent of the user interface. So you kind of need to do unit tests on the core functions to make sure you don't give out too much information or don't break any rules of your business or whatever. Then there's one very, very interesting concept I've recently learned because of this book. It's called linting. So linting is there are certain programs that help you with that. So linting is kind of like hinting towards a potential error. So it is not quite an error. It is more that you have a program that says these lines of code, they don't cause an error, but they might because they are very like fragile and not written well. So if you have any patterns or inconsistencies that might lead to future problems, there are tools that help you with highlighting this. And then you can talk about this with your team or ask AI when you're like trying to become independent coder like me. Then just, highlight this. Yeah, or ask another freelancer. I don't know. There's also a thing called link checking. So when you have a web page and you have different links on your web page, then make sure that none of these links are dead. So there are tools that automate this and make this really easy, but this is very embarrassing when you have a web service and there's just a link and it doesn't work, doesn't lead anywhere, and yeah, this is a bit cringe, so this seems a lot of lot unprofessional. So the last thing is also mentioned in the book. It's called automating the testing routine. So there are also certain services that let you help test or automate your testing routine, as the title mentioned, obviously. So I don't know, you do unit tests, link checking, linting all together, but you need separate commands with that. You need certain programs to install and enable. And the more steps that are included, the less likely it is that other developers that work in this project with you will also do this. Or I don't know, after your vacation or a long weekend, you probably might also forget a few steps and don't do this as good as you could do. So there's a program like, for example, Grunt, that lets you write a little script where you can put together your testing routine and then it all works automatically. So yeah, this is, I think, yeah, very good approach, especially the unit testing. And I think linting is also very interesting because this, I think, will make you more picky in the way you write your code or let AI write your code. And you will not let low level code, or I don't know, low level code, like amateur level code, be in your base that might cause errors. So I think this is very, very interesting. And I will check this out in the next video. So yeah, make sure to, when you want to have a high quality website or just generally, ensure you seem professional, then definitely you need to do quality assertion. And this includes page testing, cross-page testing, testing of the logic. Linting, not so much, but keep that in mind. I think this is a very, very interesting concept. I'm also new to this, so don't judge me if I'm wrong with that. Link checking also, and just have like a little script that just run one command and it kind of checks everything for you so you don't forget any steps. Yeah, so this is also very interesting. So in the next video, I will try to make page testing and cross-page testing with my little web service I've wrote about finding out what your internet speed is. It is not a very complicated project, but I just want to test out the steps behind this to show you guys how to do this, especially with AI. And yeah, so we can all just learn and be better engineers one day, or independent coders.